mother of 7 children. Chloe 7, Annika 6, Ellie 4, Clayton 2, Bianca 2, and 2 sons who wait on the other side of the world. She and her husband, Matt, are anxiously awaiting the call for a court date to bring the boys home and hope to be a family of 9 by summer. Lovelyn is a former pediatric registered nurse, but now enjoys implementing those skills on her own brood and while on mission trips. People often tell her how full her hands are. She wishes they could see just how full her heart is. She blogs her family's journey at Moments with Love. Her piece is titled, The Motherless.
When I turned away and headed back out on the red dirt roads of Uganda, my suitcases packed and my baby snuggled into my sling, I walked away from 52 other children in an orphanage because I was not their mother. I walked away from 2,499,999 children in my son's birth country that didn't have a mother to love them. I had looked many of these children in the eye and held them on my lap while telling them that they were loved. And then I walked away. That had really thrown me for a loop as I prepared to return to Uganda this February. How am I going to go there, see them, and then just walk away again? How am I going to tell them how loved they are when I just swoop in for a few days, give some cans of formula, a little medical care, some diapers, and then leave forever? I whisper in their ears that they are loved by the greatest Father of all. But really, how can they even believe it? How can I ask them to trust that they are loved when they haven't been shown? This is where I got my answer. I have the opportunity to show them a mother's love. Even if just for a bit, how long had it been since they had felt the love of a mother? How long since someone had shown them the gentle way a mother kisses a forehead? Since someone had gently detangled her hair and found just the right bow for her outfit? Just how long had it been since someone lovingly disciplined them or made them eat their vitamins? How long had it been since someone took the time to hear their whole story about their day and truly cared to listen? How long since a nutritious meal had been put in front of them with a glass of clean water? How long since someone rubbed their back, snugly tucked them in for bed? How long had it been? Had it ever been? So I do. I go, and I kiss the dirty, scarred little head of a boy that was just abandoned outside the orphanage gate. I hold him close, all skin and bones and vacant looks, and I show him how to lay his head on my chest. I let him stay there all afternoon, learning a mother's heartbeat. I twist up a little girl's ratty hair. I look at her torn dress, and I gasp in delight. I tell her she's beautiful, and I mean it. I hold the scrawny baby with super dry skin with patches of white all over it. Scabies, I think to myself, and I snuggle him in close. Instead of propping him with a bottle and laying him in his crib, I sneak the little guy outside to feed him under a straw-thatched roof. Maybe it's just one bottle feeding, where he is held closely, whispered to, and loved, but it's one more than he normally gets. I go to the orphanage full of children living with HIV. I hug them, and I kiss them, and I rub their backs, and I play soccer with them. I look at the paintings they've done, and I paint their nails, and I hear their dreams. And as I leave, I weep for them. I weep and I pray as any mother would over her child, knowing full well that these are just children who happen to have a now very manageable disease, one that is virtually impossible to transmit in a normal household setting, yet they are outcast, they are looked over, and they are stigmatized. Do they know that they are not their disease? That they are whole and fully lovable just the way they are? I gently clean the deep open wounds of boys in a juvenile prison. Bent over at their worn, dirty feet, I wash them, medicate them, and bandage them. I tell them how brave they are and that they did a great job. Has anyone ever told him that he is brave? That he doesn't deserve to be locked up here on some made-up charge simply because he's a stepchild and unwanted in this culture? Does he know that he's wanted? That he's worth something? None of these things is much. I know that. I know that soon they will go back to the life where they are rarely, if ever, with love. But that is the thing. This is much. This loving as a mother would for the time that I have, for the time that we have. Some people have felt the need to remind me that we can't save them all. As we prepare to welcome our 6th and 7th children into our family this spring. Yet I say they're wrong. What if we all were to realize that we have the opportunity to show a mother's love every day? Not to take each other's place, but in realization that this motherhood thing, the most joyful and the hardest calling in the world, it was never meant to be done alone. Sometimes we have to be a mother for each other's children. Whether that means that I drive across town to play with your kids when you're at your breaking point, or that you take my daughter out for cupcakes to talk about boys, because Lord knows she will hear it clearly from you when it's fallen on deaf ears from me, or that a family flies across the ocean to tell a motherless child that they have room in their home and hearts to love them forever. Sometimes we just have to do this for each other, loving as a mother to all. It makes all the difference in the world.